Hello, it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns. Um, that's it. I'm just in here babbling. Um, um, yeah, I'm just in here babbling. So, so most of the I'm babbling. So I think the shortest show could be on Brown Sugar Talk because that's the last one I'm starting. Um, wait a minute. Like, okay, yeah, it's working. So I gotta bring this close. Come a little bit closer. Okay. What else do I have to do? I got this right here. Instagram. Man. Y'all, the podcast will probably stop sooner or later because I gotta pay. I gotta pay. Um I don't feel good today. I might be pregnant. It feels like it's butterflies in my belly. Feels like it's butterflies. It could be a baby coming. Ah, I love it. If I'm pregnant, y'all, he's like, you gonna act a fool. I sure in the fuck am. I sure in the fuck. Do you know I'm pregnant? Like, it's, give me pickles. Do you know I'm pregnant? Obviously, in every fucking sentence. Do you know I'm pregnant? But then, y'all, that means I'm totally vegan. Vegan. Because it's a geriatric pregnancy. Anyway, Shantae Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicarns. Coming to you straight from the library. Put my microphone there. If only for a moment. Oh, and don't be surprised. You look so good. In your satin PJs. Ooh. Yeah. That's it. That's the microphone, darling. Why is it? Okay, there it goes. All right. Anyway, so today is so like, oh, let me get my book. So today is like so Bible based. Like it's like I don't know. Today I'm not preaching, and I'm not a preacher, and it's not meant to be holy or whatever. So it's up to you if you want to listen today. But today is like Bible based. So anyway, Shantae Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns coming to you from the library. And today I have a song list too. Like, so then you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from. So here we go. So um the, what happened is like they had a reading from John 7:40 through 52. And it was the discussion about the origins of the Messiah. And so really it was about how Jesus was born in Bethlehem, but he was raised in Galilee. So that's the same thing with me. I was born in Belleville, but really East St. Louis, and I was raised in Texas. So it's like in parts of Louisiana. So that's what it is. It's like I was born in one place, but since I traveled, it was like I was raised somewhere else. And I was actually raised in both places, but that's it. Like it's like I was like, man, that's so cool. So when they brought this up, y'all know I did the ugly show. So I know people are like, what does she mean by ugly? Like for real, the unattractive people are turning into like they start to look like gargoyles, dogs, chupacabras. Like it's not a joke. So when I talk about ugly, it's a saint called Saint Drago. And I didn't know this. He's the saint of ugliness and coffee and unattractive and repulsive things. So it's like when I say this, it's like let's see, it's his feast day is the 16th of April, but he is in charge of patience and suffering. overworked and exhausted. And that's what they mean by ugly. Cause they plagued by guilt or regret. And guilt is a sin. The what is it? The the feelings of ugliness or abandonment. You know what I'm saying? So like if you were like a foster kid or whatever, it's like some of this stuff is like the ugly truth. That's how I feel about ugly. Like it's like when you get to know somebody, you really get to know who they are. So approved by ills of the body or the mind, teach by example, courageously to unite our sufferings with our Lord. So he really is like like he really is like a person that's like there for the ugliness or whatever of people. So then the next saint they talked about was Saint Nicholas of Flue. Flue is Flue, and he's German. So this is the one. He's like a saint of integrity. You know, he's a saint of moral value. And I was like, man, can I be a saint of lifelong learning? Can that be me? Can I be a saint of lifelong? But yeah, it's like it's so I think that's arrogance. It's like I feel arrogant asking if I could be a saint because I don't know how people become saints, but it's like, can I be the first Jewish or Native American saint, like Black Jewish and Native American? You know, so it's like that would be so cool to be a saint. I mean, it is like so cool to think about it. So anyway, after that we went through John 8, um 1 and 11, and this story is like so true to me. So I'm going to talk about two stories. So it's this story and it's the one about Susanna. So you know the one about the John 8 through 11 is about the adulteress and how they felt like, well, she was like Jesus was teaching early in the morning. I gotta take off the caps lock. Jesus was teaching like early in the morning, and I guess maybe she was cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, is this like just a story about her being cute? I don't know. So anyway, so he was teaching early in the morning, and like he only teaches to like, you know, he teaches to the high class people, he teaches to the educated, you see what I'm saying? He's teaching, he's a teacher at this point. So and I also think that in these scriptures that I read, I also found that he was an inventor because this is something where people don't understand the blood of Jesus. So they like through the Bible, they teaching you why the blood of Jesus is important because first he's a teacher, like he's an educator. He's also a doctor, like he's really doing this stuff. And so I'm thinking that maybe he probably could use both sides of his brain, or he was a genius. When they talk about, well, he brought the water to the people, and the animals and stuff. So this is something that helped me like really understand how I'm close to animals the way I am, or the way I, like with insects or whatever. It's because he had a history or repertoire of being helpful to animals too. So he's like the person that still brings life to places where there wasn't life. Like so he's helping them create like waterways and passages and different things like that. And it's like he's actually helping them create things. So he's an educator, a teacher, an inventor. You see what I'm saying? He's a doctor. And it's because he's thinking of solutions or whatever. So these people have problems and he's thinking of solutions to add something to the cities that he visits. So at some point I know I talked about how they would just be like, well, he's like the reason why they didn't want to believe him was because he wasn't from Galilee. Like, you know, they were like, no, if you Jesus, you would have been born in Bethlehem. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you remember they killed all the people in Bethlehem. It's like something where they had to send him down the river, whatever. So it's like, okay, so it's like, are you serious? So he like, but that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, Moses was writing about me. So that's what it is. And so um it's like that's why it's important because he was already ordained with these gifts. And so on top of that, to already be a doctor and an educator and an inventor, then you see this person that is like close to animals. He's closer to people. He's able to heal people and help people. His words are kind and caring, and he's there for you. You see what I'm saying? He's not a bold or unjustly man. You see what I'm saying? So it's like really the history is like That's what I wanted y'all to like really get from these. But so it's like that's what I found out. He was a history of building and creating to help people survive. And that was in Isaiah 43:16 through 21. So it's like they actually are telling you all this different stuff, but people just forget that. And so then also in Joel 2:12, 2:12 through 13, it's like I'm a merciful, kind, caring, don't easily lose my temper, and don't like to punish. And I'm the same way, but it's just like that's what it is. It's like that's his personality. Like he is like this person. It's like he really is there to help people. He's not there to hurt them at all. And so it's hard when some people are just like always like that with you. You know, and it's like this is a time where I never thought I would have to experience people like this. You know, I've lived with ugly people and then to grow up and now I see a whole different type of ugly. Like some of this stuff I have never experienced in my life. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like you actually think I'm trying to hurt you and I'm trying to help you become something better? You know, it's like these people, that's how it gets. So anyway, it was early in the morning, they said, and the woman comes and she's like, and telling them or whatever. So this is like, y'all know I went through this, right? Because that man across the street, he wanted to shame me. So he was trying to act like I was like trying to be his woman or something like that. And it's like, I really wasn't, y'all. I just like, okay, cool, I hang out with you. You know, I really was just telling him that. So I kissed him. I was like, yeah, I'll be your girl, you know. And then he started trying to call me schizophrenic. You see what I'm saying? So he wanted to shame me in front of other people. So it says, the scribes and the Pharisees make the woman stand in the middle of the crowd. Like she's actually had to stand there in the middle, like while they standing. And some of this stuff, y'all, that I'm like really exaggerating is from the sister. So it's like, so they made her stand in the middle of the crowd, and while they like were like trying to humiliate and disrespect her. And so Jesus like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, she cute. You know what I'm saying? So after that he said, so what y'all do? You know, he drew on the ground or whatever, which I don't know what that really means. And he, you know what I'm saying? Did he draw hard or what? You know? So he was like, did you do anything wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, who here has no shame? You know what I'm saying? So he's like, if you never sinned, then cast the first stone. So you know they brought her there probably out of lust too. So it's like, you know, so like look at her, look and see who she is or whatever. So the other thing is that if he was like me, maybe they want to see if her face was evil. That's what I saw too. So it's like from a different perspective, from my perspective, it would be like they wanted to see if she was evil. And that's it too. Like it's like let's bring her before the king. Because her face would show evil if she had ill intentions. You understand? So what happened was the elders had to actually be turned away. So the elders could have brought her there to see if they, you know what I'm saying? Like I always tell y'all like how evil people want to kind of be around me so they can see if I would like want to be around them too. So Jesus, when they left, who left first? The elders. That's because they had to turn their face because I'm pretty sure they probably started looking like gargoyles or chupacabras too. And I'm not joking because some people don't stop being evil. Like this, like y'all, it's almost like they come and just like keep attacking. And they are actually human people. Like they actually attack me and they are human. Like I'm not attacking them at all. You know, this made me think about Piper the comedian and how when the guy made me stop so he can make Piper see me too, like you know, so he can say that I'm the woman that he needed to be with, like because Piper had a joke, like I told y'all about this too. Like Piper had this joke, like where he would be like, "Yeah, I want my woman to be insecure and dirty." You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to have no. I just want the ugliest girl on the campus and stuff like that. So when a guy stopped him and then he made him like, you know, like okay, this her right here, like this the girl that you want. You know, this the one that's the shameful one. He wanted me to feel shame about it. And it's like when and Piper came out like, hey, how you doing? You know, what's up? So I guess that was their joke. I was the butt of the joke, right? So it was like, okay, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I've actually been through this situation. So yesterday when we were doing this, I guess somebody might have told the sister that that's Shantae. You know, like Shantae's been through this. Because the sister wanted me to read it too. And it was like, okay, I'll read it. So yesterday was like, I think somebody wanted to hurt me yesterday. Like it's like because they don't know what's going on. It's like, well, let's put this out there to hurt her and make her go through this again. And it's like, nope, it's okay. It is okay. It's okay. Y'all, I still know the real stole, but like they were the first people to steal. So then I thought about today, like how Tam was like, I had sex with him in the closet. That's more evidence, right? Because I used to have sex in my house in the closet because somebody was like trying to record me in my house having sex. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that was important too. Like, why would you have to put that on a show about me, or why would you have to record inside of my apartment? And it's just like, for real, y'all, I just really be like, this is some degrading shit. And it's like, when do you realize that that's not something that you had to do or that you even have to do now? So, you know what I'm talking about? Like, why would you record me going to the bathroom, and at the same time, my mom came there and she was like pooping on the toilet and all that stuff. Like, and that's something that she wouldn't do herself either. But there's like, I learned that my mom was evil. And it was like, the reason why it was like an issue for her is because her forgiveness had to come from me. Like, she had to know that I was the person that wasn't going to hurt her or anything like that. And it's like, I don't want to hurt y'all at all. Like, I'm really not the person they keep thinking I am. And so it's the reason why they think that is because they were told that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I couldn't be upset with them, is because somebody was preaching against me at the same time. And that's why I had the issues with the abuse all the time. So anyway, my song for that one was Penitentiary Philosophy, first of all, because get your old ass somewhere and sit down. And my second song on that was Hate on Me. And this is why, y'all, because now, after this, we now study the story of Susanna. And Susanna's story is like her story is in, I don't know, where is it? I don't know. Is it Psalms 55? I don't think that's the one. So anyway, Susanna, let me tell y'all the story in short. So Susanna is like this person, she has a house, she has servants too. And so I was like, is this like a real story, or is this like where they was just making jokes? You see what I'm saying? Because Jesus is kind of a comedian too, him and his brother. So him and the disciples. So what happens is, it's like Susanna goes to the garden every day, and there's two men that keep looking at her. And y'all, this happened to me too, because this happened to me in acting class, because they wanted me to try to be in porns. That's when they made a plan to try to put me in porn. And my friend Richard overheard them. So that's why I'm like, King Richard, for real. So my friend Richard overheard them and told me that they were trying to set it up so they could hear my voice moan. So I'm pretty sure they probably tried to watch me having sex with Joel McCombs. And that's the one that's been like trying to like mess with R. Kelly too. So anyway, what happens is, two of the elders, they see this woman taking a bath or whatever. And the servants had just left and closed the gate. So the elders run up and say, hey, you know what? You're going to have sex with us or whatever. And if you don't have sex with us, we're going to lie and say that a young man was here. So the woman screamed, because she was like, I know you've been doing this to other women. And it's like, you're not doing that to me, because I can't give my body to you. If I have sex with you, then they will kill me. And so she like, fuck you. I'm screaming. So they come and they were like, yeah, she did this. She was like over there with a young man having sex under the tree. And so he was like, okay, so the servant's like, okay, so let's go ahead and kill her because she wasn't supposed to be doing it. And they was like, that's nothing Susanna would ever do. Like, Susanna is just not that kind of woman. Like, that's just not her character. You see what I'm saying? How the fraternity pass all this stuff around, like she be doing threesomes and she been doing this and that and the other. And it's not even a fucking business. That's why sex trafficking is against the law. So listen, so I'm just like, okay, so I'm still reading story anyway. So Daniel comes out and he's like, and Daniel, my friend who always takes me to church and all this different stuff. So anyway, I'm still telling y'all the Bible story though. So Daniel comes and he's like, nah, tell me separately. I don't need you to be together. Tell me separately. So he asked the first one, he say, what tree were they having sex under or whatever? Like, where were they at? He say, under the mastic tree. He was like, nah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and split you in half because you lying. So he say, bring the second person here. And he say, what tree were they having sex under? He say, they was having sex under the oak tree. He was like, nah, I'm gonna cut you in half. You see what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, because both of you lying. Ain't no sense in that. And so the moral to the story is that if you have power, you don't have to use it to influence things in evil ways. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like y'all had the power. And so you used it as a evil influence, and then you wonder why black people getting killed, or like why this is a rape culture. And it's because that's how y'all are. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like at the time you could have been a different type of culture. Instead, it's like the culture moved with where I was. I didn't know that happened either. So it's like wherever I moved to, that's how the culture would change. And so if the culture got better, it's probably because I was in Texas. It wasn't because I was here in Illinois or Missouri. And it's like when everything here starts to be hateful, and it's like it's actually a culture that was built by black people. And the worst part of it is they were black educators. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? So it's like instead of just actually committing yourself to actually um, doing the right thing or caring about people, you committed yourself to stealing and trying to take and have influence over something that was none of your business. You committed to a situation in which you break the law. And now I'm living in a situation where the law can't help me because of how you broke the law. You killed people that were very prominent to me. Y'all, today I just woke up and like Gary Shandling was on my mind like all night last night. I woke up today and that was what it was too. It's like I just love Gary Shandling. I miss Gary Shandling. I miss the calls. I miss like just having somebody to call and talk to me and be a good part of my life. And so it's like that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like the kindness, the influence, and that's why he was trying to actually tell y'all what was going on is because it feels so good to be alive. You see what I'm saying? I love that song, that King Richard song. But I couldn't wipe the black off if I tried. I can't. I can't wipe the Native American off, and I can't wipe the Jew off either, you know. So I'm telling you, the Bible, the reason why they stole this one or kept this one or tried to translate it is because the influence of Jesus was that of a genius. Do y'all understand? Jesus, genius. That's it. That's our lesson for today. Jesus himself was a genius. And it's something that you didn't want, that people didn't want to understand. And so he was probably killed for his work. That's why the stories had to be told. So anyway, that's it. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns telling you today that I love you. Oh, because this is why. Let me tell y'all what happened. What I found out is that I was sinning because this is why. God takes no pleasure in the death of the wicked because I want y'all dead. I was sinning because if I had the power, I'd kill you. I'd be just like Daniel. I'd cut your ass in half. It's not a joke. Like, it's actually what I want to do. And it's like, I used to be like this when I was in school, but in a true conversion, so that he may live. You know, those men told me on the phone, they were like, we going to make you want to kill people too. So that when they were on the phone with me, they set up so they can make me want to kill people too. And you succeeded. So, but in a true conversion, and I put true because it says in the conversion so that he may live. And so the best thing I can tell you that I learned in what I read is have faith in yourself. That is the way that you live. And that is what I've been trying to tell you. Like, you are your Bible story. Like, this is not something where it's not important. We need you to like really drop the phone. If you're on the phone doing something hateful and disrespectful, you need to really put down the phone. If you put out information, because the Bible is also teaching hate too. So I'm not even for Bible. That's why the Bible doesn't need to be in school. Every time I read this, always something like they argue with the Jews. And it's like, that's not the truth because Jesus is a Jew. So Jesus was arguing with his brothers. He wasn't arguing with them like in a mean way. It's like, it's actually like, this is family. You know what I'm saying? That's his family. So that's what that is. It's like the interpretation of how people take the word and just change it to hate because it's not hate. And I started to read a new chapter where it was like, and Jesus punished these people. No, God punished these people because they said something about him and all this stuff. And so that starts to become something where this is more human than it needs to be. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, in my humanness, I would kill you. But because I work for God, I have to convert you. And all the conversion is just have faith in yourself. You see, don't have faith in me. Don't put your faith in the Bible. You have to put the faith in yourself. That's it. So anyway, I had to really pray about that. Like, it's like, and I forgive myself. That's it. I really do, because I will kill you. So anyway, that's it. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns, telling y'all to have a good day.